Hello everyone! Welcome to another episode of Kerbal Space Program. You might be wondering what's up with Kerbin? Why is it covered in a bunch of hexagons that are multiple colors? Well, I decided that just a plain career mode wasn't really going to end up being too entirely interesting. I mean, the only real objective with a vanilla career mode is to go to every planet, unlock every part, and after that try to think up something to entertain yourself. Well, I decided to add a couple mods to kind of enhance the vanilla experience. It's not really overhauling very much, not adding a whole bunch of stuff to it. But what it does add, it makes the core gameplay significantly better. We have the Keythane mod, which is actually what's causing all of this stuff. And what the Keythane mod does is allows you to pretty much harvest fuel on other planets. And you might be thinking, like, doesn't that kind of take away from the challenge of the game? No, not at all. Trust me. Keythane mod is actually pretty challenging in its own respect. I mean, you have to figure out a way to get the mining equipment up to the planet, and then a way to get the keythane into a refinery area to be processed. And that is a little bit of a challenge. I've tried it before. Not fun. And we have the B9 aerospace stuff, and that's pretty much just to give me more options when it comes to building planes, and that actually does add quite a bit of stuff to the game, but you shouldn't really be worried too much about that. I mean, it's mainly plane stuff, and that's not entirely necessary for space. Let's see, did I have anything that I needed to recover at all? I don't think I did. Load game. Alright, so my game actually crashed trying to go into the tracking center, so I reloaded the game and looked at the tracking center off camera just to make sure I didn't have anything I needed to recollect from space, which I didn't. I haven't actually gone here yet, so let's take a look at what we have for Kerman's trying to sign up. Honestly, there's not really much point in this. I'll just hire everyone, because why not? Oh, there goes my phone. Sorry about that. Anyway, we're going to take a look at the research, because we have a lot of science to spend, and I was talking about the B9 aero parts. I have more than just that installed. I have a couple tiny mods installed as well. There's one that helps you position your RCS thrusters on your ship, so you can get it more in line with your center of mass. Let's see, we need to get this one because that's got another science equipment, a thermometer, which is very important, so you can get even more science, which lets you unlock more parts. I don't know why, but everyone I watch always goes for everything up here first. And they never go straight for the science stuff. The science stuff is best to go for first, in my opinion, because it lets you do less missions, getting more science, which allows you to get more things unlocked faster. Let's see, we're also going to get the aerodynamics, and look at all the stuff that this actually is going to add. We have a lot of things from the B9 aero parts thing. And it's only 90 science, so we're going to grab that. Let's see, supersonic flight, we can stay away from that for now. This one, not entirely that important. RCS would be kind of nice to have, but I can hold off for now. Yeah, I think I'm going to look at what we have down here, because these all cost 160, and I can get a pretty good amount of things from that. Actually, I think I'll go for advanced exploration because retractable ladders definitely is going to be a very big help. Mainly when trying to collect more science on atmosphere-heavy planets. Which, right now, the only planet we're going to have that has more atmosphere is going to be Kerbin itself. And, you know what? I think we're actually going to utilize all this scientific data right away, see how much science we can get just from the launch pad. Because I'm curious what it says about it, so let's get a command pod and science. We need a thermometer. And we need that. Let's just get this little tiny bit of science. It's not really going to help us in the long run, but I'd rather just get it out of the way. Yes, Jeb, I know I forgot to take you off the roster. You need to get a long vacation. Let's see, what is the temperature right now on Kerbin? 18 degrees, I don't know what. I really do not know what they use for measurement. I'm going to guess Celsius because they use meters as their distance measurement. And this, I honestly have no idea what the heck this barometer stuff is, but we will log the pressure data. And in total we got a very, very, very tiny amount of science for this. It almost wasn't even worth it. But no, that's a pessimistic way of looking at it, because every bit of science is worth everything. Speaking of every bit of science, around Kerbin we have a lot of different biomes. I've collected a bit of samples from most of those biomes. I want to get more of those biome samples. So we're going to utilize the plane parts we've unlocked and make I guess a space plane. That could be worth it. We're going to go with a plane cockpit. And so I don't forget, let's see. Well, these are both the exact same weight. I don't really understand what the recommended load thing is about. I'm guessing this one, like, will snap under pressure and higher gravity? That makes sense to me. Let's see, and it gets out on this side, so rotate that way. And then we're gonna want to get a communitron right here. Now, why am I not using this one? Well, I have another mod installed called... oh boy, I don't remember what it's called. Basically, it's a mod that makes it so you have to have... let's tip this up a little bit so it's not inside the plane. It's a mod that makes it so satellites are necessary for communicating over long distances. And I don't remember what the name of the mod is, but it adds things like these reflectrons, which are vital if you're trying to transmit data from a longer distance away. So, I'm going to work on this SSTO. We're going to call it Sci Glide Arc 1. Because I have a feeling it might be a thing where I have to do multiple versions. Alright, so I will rejoin you guys after I have built this Sci Glide Mark 1, and we will take off from the runway, and... I don't know. I've watched Kurt's video where he went to the North Pole, and then Zisto went to the North Pole. And, you know, everyone's going to the North Pole. I might as well hop on the bandwagon and go to the North Pole as well. So I will see you guys when we're ready to head to the North Pole. Alright, so, presenting the Psy Glide Mark 1. I have confidence that this actually might be the only version of the Psy Glide for our current level of science. What I did here was I put on 2 of these Science Junior kits because I'm hoping that maybe I'll be able to land in 2 different biomes. I'm hoping. So if I'm able to do that, I'll be able to get two different things recorded, and I have 2 of basically everything attached here. Wait a second. Oops, I accidentally put the wrong thing on here. Let's just... And we'll just revert back to the spaceplane hanger. I meant to put thermometers on there. I put on communication dishes instead. Yeah. Yeah, I might as well put on a couple more. There. Plenty of thermometers. Save that, launch it. So, the way I have this set up, I have both engines in the same action group. And let's fast forward time. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, that's alright. It can be midday. Oh, darn it, I forgot to switch out Jeb. He's supposed to be on vacation. Do I want to revert flight just to get Jeb out? Yeah, Jeb needs a break. Back to the spaceplane hangar. Jeb, go on vacation. We're going to take Bob. Bob can fly us. Save, launch. Alright, turn on the brakes, and speed up time again. There we go. That's perfectly fine. So, Bob, are you ready to fly to the North Pole? I sure hope so. Let's activate both engines. Press 1 to turn off the rocket engines. Turn off our brakes. Throttle up. Turn on SAS. Brakes. We're not moving. I think a bug has happened. Oh, there we go. That was very weird. The brakes were locked on for some reason. And it seems I do not have these things on the correct sort of pivot. So we're going to go to the end of the runway before we can take off. We're veering towards the side. That's not really good. Okay, Bob is missing now. He will be fine. He'll show up later, I'm sure. I probably should have activated the abort sequence. Yeah. Sorry, Bob. Let's fix these landing wheels. I don't think this is going to count as Mark II, because the only problem was that we had enough thrust, I believe. I'm hoping. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll move these up. And that should solve our problem. Alright, take 2. Screw it, we'll have Jeb. Maybe I'm not getting enough thrust. Or maybe I don't have enough lift. We're not that heavy, are we? I might be a lot heavier than I realized. That could be our problem. Nope. Abort! We were not getting any altitude at all. Well, it's good to know the abort sequence works. It does flip you upside down, but it's kind of necessary. Alright, get back here. We're not getting any science for this, but it's alright. I think I'm gonna have to tweak my design a bit. I'll rejoin you guys in a moment, after I have made some modifications. Presenting the Cyglide Mark II? This is not gonna work. I need to fix this. Get back to the hangar. I'm so bad at making space planes. Alright. I put the wheels up there because I thought it'd be great to have the pivot point towards the center. I'm wrong. Now this is going to move our center of lift way back. Well, that's alright, because I think I can work with that. Okay, so the mass has moved back a little bit, not much. Perhaps if I move this, yeah, that's helping. Okay, I think that will work out fine. The center of lift is a little bit far back, but that's okay because as we fly, we're going to burn off some of the mass, and the mass is going to move backwards. Now this is a little bit of a weird setup. We have the rocket propulsion over here, and the rockets are over here. But I believe this is going to be a lighter vehicle, especially since I cut out a lot of the science equipment. This is going to be, hopefully, the plane that makes it. And now we're falling forward. Crap. Okay, I can fix that. Revert to the hangar. I am not good with space planes. Oh, I can attach them here. Why don't I just put them on here? And rotate them so that they're forward, and then we're going to have a more angled upward kind of takeoff. Save. Jeb. Get out of that cockpit. You're supposed to be on vacation. Bill, you are our pilot because Bob went missing. Don't worry, I'm sure he made it out just fine. There was an ejection system. Just because I didn't tell him to toggle it doesn't mean he didn't toggle it. Right? Actual engines, turn off the rockets. The rockets are not turning off. I think I screwed up the action groups. That's a slight problem. We're gonna have to go back to the hangar. I am having so much issues. Toggle the action groups. Custom 1. Yes, I did manage to remove them all. I am so good at this game. Okay. No, we actually want these ones because I have a feeling that these might burn out higher up. I don't know which one's going to burn out first. But I'd rather have... Yeah, that one's actually perfectly fine, but we need to add these, and we need to add intakes on these. These are part of the B9 pack. They add engines that are a little bit more modern, more of what you see on modern day jets. It's got the intake and the engine all in one part. Alright, save, launch, this time! It's gonna work. Activate all the engines, turn off the rocket engines, start thrusting. Oh boy, we're accelerating very fast. And we have takeoff. Alright, so this has worked out much better than the first design. Just keep an eye on these resources. I have never actually made a space plane and successfully flown it, so let's see how well this turns out. Oh, that's kind of cool. These things actually are spinning around. Nice. I like that little detail. And we are burning fuel from here. How about on these ones? We're not draining out of these at all. That could become a big problem in the future. Sorry if you heard me coughing. So, I'm hoping that the oxidizer actually is transferred. Oh, we're tipping upwards. Why are we tipping upwards? Oh no. Let's turn everything off. How did this get up in this stage? Oh, it flew off. That's why it's gone. That could be a problem. And why does it seem like I have no control at all? Yeah, the flaps aren't responding. Okay. I believe this is time for an abort. as our plane disappears. This is actually a lot more complex than rocket science. Everyone says it's not rocket science. They should try flying a plane in this game. It's a lot more difficult. You know, I'm going to give up on an SSTO. I'm just going to make a regular plane, and that's going to be the next episode, because I've spent enough time on this right now, and I don't really feel like doing much more at the moment. Besides, I have some Minecraft I have to get done. Well, Bill, how are you feeling? I didn't even get any science on this mission. This was a complete waste of parts and funding. I will just... I don't know. What if I try making a twin-tail airplane? Yeah, a twin-tail jet that has multiple science pods. Maybe that'll work. Oh, that's a interesting sight. What was my screenshot thing? I think it was that button. That'll be... I'll try using that as like the thumbnail for my video. I've never really bothered trying to do thumbnails before, so it'll be interesting to have one. But I hope you guys have enjoyed my failed attempts at making an SSTO. I think I'm going to have to wait till I have more parts later on. And I might be able to make a better one. Oh boy. Here, just fall off. You're in the ocean. It'll be fine. Take a surface sample. There, I get some science now. Very poor amounts of science, but it counts, right? I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!